Hey, what's up, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. I'm sure that this episode's probably going to, ruffle a couple of feathers. I actually want to hear from a bunch of you guys on this. So, I'm not going to assume everybody who's here has plugged into me for an extensive period of time, but the title of this particular episode, Success, Lies, and MLM. I kind of actually thought about this the other night from a movie that was, early 90s, Sex, Lies, and Videotape. But it's kind of where I came up with the title for this one. But, I think it's interesting. So I've been involved in the network marketing space since 1989, tail end of 1989. And it's been an amazing journey. It's been an amazing profession to be in. It's been life-altering for me. The lifestyle that my family, my wife and I have had as a result of network marketing has been utterly awesome. And, I want that for more people. I want people to have that time freedom, that ability to, come and go and do the things that you want to do when you want to do them and have the money to do those things that you want to do. And that's one of the things that appealed to me most about network marketing when I first looked at it was this idea of leverage, the ability to, build a team and earn a percentage on all of the efforts that they do so you're not dependent on your own efforts. So conceptually, that made sense to me even as a 22-year-old kid that didn't know anything about the business model. But, the truth is, yes, there's a lot of success in network marketing. There's a lot of people that do amazingly well. And so there is a tremendous amount of success. Now that success comes with a price. It comes with the price of hard work. So I think one of the lies, for example, that I hear told, and I don't know that people do it on purpose, oh, it's easy. All you got to do is. It ain't easy. And all you got to do is work your ass off for an extended period of time. If we're going to say it, let's be honest. Like being massively successful in network marketing is a lot of work with one company over an extended period of time. I mean, that's the only way you're going to create success. You can't be creating success by 3 months here, jumping ship, 2 months there, 3 months here, 6 months there, because you're not giving yourself the opportunity to have that growth, right? And so, and I'm not going to sit here and, lay out every single lie that's been told in network marketing. And I'm curious, like, what do you think in the comment section, whether you're on YouTube or wherever you might be, like, what are some of the biggest lies that are told? Like, I think one of the biggest lies is that it's easy. Work for 3 years or 4 years and then you're retired. I mean, I don't know too many people that worked for 4 years and then they retired. I do know one guy in particular, a friend of mine out of Thailand, lives in Thailand. He's from Belgium originally. Literally took it like, I'm going to work it he grinded for 4 years hard, and then he's been retired ever since. But most of the guys that I know, even the biggest earners, are still doing it. Some of them because they have to, and some of them because they want to. But, telling people it's easy, I think is a giant mistake. I don't think that's the truth. I think, saying something like, so you can, I don't know people who can just sit behind their computer screen and build a sustainable business that has longevity without acquiring some communication skills. And marketers are really smart too. Like marketers, and I'm a marketer, I know this. So marketers feed and feast on the fears that people have, like the pains or the weaknesses. Like if you're marketing something and somebody has a pain, like the job of the marketer is to put more salt in the wound and make that wound more evident. And then you have a solution to that wound. It's like shining a light on that wound. And so, the idea that you don't have to talk to people. You can just sit behind your computer screen. I'm not saying you can't recruit on your computer. I've done plenty of it. You can recruit on social media, but to not develop and build that and flex that communication muscle, to me, I think is a really big mistake. Because you're teaching people how to hide behind a computer screen, and they're not developing the necessary communication and social skills that are required for big time success in this business. I mean, some guy that's been hiding behind his computer screen that's made some money, now he's asked to go speak up on the stage at their national conference. He's not going to be able to do it because he's too scared, because he hasn't put himself in position to have those experiences to flex and grow that muscle that's going to make them more, more skilled in that area and more prepared for that request that they get someday to be on a platform because they made some money in network marketing. So I don't know. I think that there's also a lot of people that misunderstand network marketing, or don't care to understand network marketing. It's not easy. It takes work. Do you have to be the first in? No, look, that's a fallacy outside of the profession. We don't say it. But people are like, oh, if I'm not in early, then it's too late. And I know people that have gotten into 30-year-old network marketing companies that have built huge businesses. Personally, for me, I don't like doing startups because it's like they haven't even paid a check yet. They haven't even delivered a product yet. And I don't even know if these guys are capable of doing something. So I actually, personally, I prefer to be in a company that's had a few years under their belt, but they haven't hit, massive growth yet. Because now they've made some of the mistakes that they probably would have made in their first couple of years. They've survived those first couple of years. But to say that you have to be in early, and if you're not in early, it's too late. I got a guy years ago, I remember this, and he was a networker, and he was like, the company was 2 years old, they were growing, and he's like, it's too late. And I'm like, bro, it's too late. So what are you going to do? You're going to go find a company that started yesterday, work it and build it for 2 years, and then call your whole downline and say, hey guys, we got to go build something else. It's too late. Is that your mentality? So it doesn't. Timing is nice. I mean, if you can get it before a big wave of growth, that's obviously good. I'm not going to say timing is everything. Timing is certainly something. But again, I mean, I got people I know right now that in the last few years have gotten into one company in particular I'm thinking about, that the company's been around for over 30 years and they're making 30, 40, 50 grand a month in a company that's been around for a long time that's most people would think is way past momentum. So, little things like this that, only the special people make the money in network marketing. I mean, I'm not so special. I'm just a dude that got introduced to this space and thought, man, this is pretty cool. I like the concept of it, and it seems to me like it's working for other people. I'm going to give this a go and see if I'm capable of doing this stuff. And I didn't know until I was able to prove it to myself, to get in the field and struggle. I mean, I struggled for the first couple of years in network marketing. I didn't make any money. And the other thing is, I didn't give up. I didn't quit, where people all around me were quitting. And in the droves were quitting all around me. And I'm like, I don't know, naive or stubborn or both. I don't know. But I just stuck it out until I finally figured out how to make money in network marketing. So there's different fallacies, who does network marketing work for? I will say this, I think this is actually a truth, that network marketing works for the people that work it. But does it equally work for the people that work it? No, it most certainly does not. Everybody has different things that they bring to the table from their life experience. Somebody has sales experience or leadership experience or management or they've owned businesses before versus somebody who's never done any business before. And the person that's never done any business before could be as or more successful than somebody that has had extensive business experience. So it's a level playing field from the standpoint of no age, no sex discrimination, no religious discrimination, no educational discrimination. But to say it works equally for everybody is not true. And I don't know that many people actually say that, but I will, and I do believe that network marketing does work for and only for the people that work it. So if you don't ever work the business, if you don't ever stick to the fundamentals, which you guys already know what the fundamentals are, you're never going to create the initial success, and you're never going to create the continued success that can be experienced through this business model. But I'm really curious to know, what your thoughts are. What are some of the biggest fallacies or lies that are told? Yes, there's lots of success in network marketing. There are lies. I'll tell you another lie. A lot of times people will exaggerate their earnings or flat out lie about their earnings. And I think, I don't know who coined the phrase, it doesn't matter, but the truth is good enough. The thing about a lie is if you lie, eventually somebody's going to find out. So why not just tell the truth? And if you're making $8,000 a month, why do you have to say you're making $10,000 a month? Because you're making $8,000 a month. You're really not making $10,000 a month. I just think, there's a lot of people that I've found to exaggerate. And it's crazy because they'll exaggerate even when they don't need to. It's like, dude, you're making $8,000 a month. Why do you say you're making 10 or 12,000 a month when you're making 8? You don't need to do that. I mean, I can understand where somebody's all ashamed because they're making $2 a month and they've been in for 2 years and they say they're making $2,000 a month. I can understand why somebody would do that. I still don't think it's the right thing to do. But I just think this is such a beautiful profession. I think it comes with a price, and the price is hard work. I'm talking about the bigger money in network marketing. Somebody can come in and make $500,000, a couple grand a month without working super hard over a period of time through customer acquisition and building a small team. But like the bigger money there's a price to pay. And the price to pay is hard work, ups, downs, people quitting, people leaving and going to other companies, entire legs leaving someplace else, being able to go back and rebuild. I will say that it requires a huge amount of resilience. And what's resilience? The ability to bounce back from a setback. When you get knocked on your ass, the ability to get back up and go do it again and finding that energy. And I'll say this, I know very few people actually, but a few who've made some good money in network marketing. And to me, like residual income is like a drug. Like if you get it and you get it, let's say you even get to $5,000 a month and you got a good run at $5,000 a month of residual income, and then it goes away. How do you not want to do everything you can to get it back? Because residual income is so much more powerful than linear exchanging time for money. And so I've had a few people that, just couldn't go do it again. I'm just burned out, and I get it. So I think the other thing is and I know I'm kind of going in some different directions in this particular episode, which is fine. Don't burn yourself out. Like give yourself put in the energy and then take a little break. Have a weekend off, then come back and attack it again. You can build this business. By the way, you can build this business very part-time. I know people, in fact, I've worked with a number of people that have built businesses, very successful businesses, in 3, 4, 5, 8, 10, 12 hours a week. So, you don't have to put 40 hours a weekend. You could put 8 or 10 hours a weekend. You could put whatever time you want into it or what time you have available to you. But I'm just kind of curious from you guys, because to me, this business model is so epically amazing and has so many great things. And if somebody who hasn't experienced residual income can experience residual income for the first time, and they have enough money coming in and they got more than enough money coming in to pay their bills, they can work and play when they want. If they want to take a day off, they can, or take a couple hours off, or take a weekend off, or go do whatever they can and have the money to go do it. That's just such a beautiful thing where even when you're not working, you're still getting paid. That's that concept of leverage that's so attractive about this business. But there's work. There's a lot of work that goes into it. These big earners, man, they bust it and they focus for an extended period of time. And so there's some requirements for you to succeed. You got to have that, work ethic and that stick-to-itiveness and that ability to focus and not get discouraged when you're not seeing the results. Because typically what happens is when somebody's not getting results or they have high expectations about what the results should be, they don't meet those expectations, all of a sudden they get frustrated. And when they get frustrated and discouraged, many of those people quit. And the crazy thing is a lot of people quit network marketing. A lot of capable people quit network marketing that could very easily go out and produce a big business, but they have to align their expectations. And I guess that would be, I don't know if it's a lie necessarily, but people bring individuals in on the premise that they're going to make big bucks quick. And I don't know too many networkers that are, people outside of our profession, get rich quick scheme. We're definitely not a get rich quick deal. I mean, you can get rich here, but it's get rich slow over time through hard work. But a lot of people come in and they have these expectations about how much money they're going to make in whatever that short period of time is. And when they don't even come close to meeting their expectations, they get frustrated, discouraged, and they end up quitting. But if they just altered their expectations and go, look, man, if it takes me 3 years to get to $5,000 a month doing this thing part-time, I've just created $60,000 a year of residual income that continues to pay me whether I work or not. I think it's still worth it. I mean, you still have your job. You're making $5 extra a month residually. It took you a few years to get there. You did it part-time. You never gave up your job. But now you got this extra cash flow mechanism in your life that had you given up because you didn't make 10 grand a month in your first 60 days, you would have never had a chance to create that lifestyle change. And that could be a 60 grand a year in addition to your job income. It would be, for most people, life altering. So I'm curious to know from you guys, like, this would be an interesting post to get some comments on, like, what do you think are, like, you know, the exaggerations or lies that are either perpetrated by people in our business, or the ones that are out there that don't understand us. Like the ones that say, oh, you're a get-rich-quick deal, or only the people at the top make the money. That's another one well, you don't get network marketing, because you could have somebody 82 levels down in the organization and they out-earn you. And they're way down in depth in your group. You could have somebody at level 2, level 3, level 5, level 20 that makes way more money than you because they just did more than you. So there's a lot of misunderstanding. I want to be curious to know. So 2 things. Number 1, you know, the things that maybe networkers do incorrectly. And number 2, what are the things that people outside of our business say that is a misunderstanding? This will be a fun conversation to open. So anyhow, I appreciate you guys. Kind of went in a couple different directions in this particular episode. But if you're on my podcast, come on over to toddfalcone.com/episode 194. That's this particular episode. You can comment here. By the way, if you're also on my YouTube channel, let's get the conversation started at toddfalcone.com. So come to toddfalcone.com/episode 194, and let's get a chat going about this. This will be kind of interesting because I think it'll also prepare us for, you know, dealing with the people out there that don't understand us, and then also helping the people that are in here do things more professionally. All right? Have a beautiful day. We'll see you next time.